let's review this then. It's what I can only describe as a rare Hotpoint condenser dryer model that I've never really seen before, ever, because it's a sensor dryer. Now, you have the Hotpoint TL71, which is a venter dryer with sensor drying. And then you have the TC71, which is the condenser auto dryer, which has 120 minutes of time, and that's it. In fact, what's odd about them is that the dial goes backwards, not that way, it goes anti-clockwise. This is a TC72 Ultima condenser auto dryer. And it is indeed an automatic sensor drying dryer, with also time drying as well if you wish. Takes 6 kilo as well, which for the time, if you think about it, doesn't really make any sense, because this makes it the biggest condenser dryer on the market for a 6 kilogram washing machine that doesn't really exist. You had your Hotpoint WMs, which took 5.5 kilo, unless it was a first edition, in which case it was up 5 kilo. But that makes no sense, because the TLs only took 5 kilo, and the condensers took 6 kilo. Why does make it 5.5 kilo? Anyway, doesn't matter. You get 6 kilo, which for the time makes it rather impressive. Right, so that's your air intake, and this is the water bottle at the bottom. There is supposed to be a cover that goes over it, but the annoying thing is that every time I want to empty the water tank, you have to take this cover off that's in front of it. Might as well leave it off. It didn't come with one, unfortunately. So we've got Hotpoint. It's made in Great Britain, and really is. You've got your auto setting 6 to 1 kilo, so that's all load sizes between 1 to 6 kilo, of course. Anything less than 1 kilo may not sense correctly or at all, so you should use the timer if you're using less than 1 kilo. Cottons goes on high heat. Synthetics goes on low heat, but you use the same auto setting on this, which is a bit different to the venter dryers with sensor drying, because with them, right, if you select low heat, you can't use the sensor drying at all. You're not allowed. Same with the later models for that venter dryer as well. Didn't make any sense. But on this condenser, you can have a low heat setting with the sensor dryer setting. And then you've got acrylics, low heat, and then the dash there means you just can't use auto drying. Right, then we've got time drying here. So with 1 to 6 kilo for cottons, 1 to 3 kilo for synthetics at low heat, and 1 to 2 kilos of acrylics at low heat. This is your button here, low out for low heat, in for high heat, and then we've got a start button here, which you push to start the cycle. So we've got reverse tumble action, which you should expect on this. And then we've got a control dial here. It's quite loose, it doesn't stick into place at any point either. So look, even with the sensor dry, normally on the TL71 auto dryers, it will actually stop and you've got to flick it over. But with this, no. So we've got 100 minutes of time drying. You could probably get a little more actually. Let's see. Let's have a little test. No. 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 Yes. With a 10-minute cool down at the end. And then your sensor drying is here. So set it there. Now I'm not too sure whether it's actually got multiple ranges of sensor dry or whether it's just got one. So not sure if that's the full setting or not, but then once it gets to there, that is the cool down, and it then runs a 10-minute cool down from that position all the way to off. By the way, this is paint that's sort of dotted around here. Oh, also, another thing is why it came in the first place. I got it from auction, and they sell it as is. no guarantee, and indeed I got it and I had no stat that the stat had blown, so stat had been replaced, and actually that capacitor is running pretty good actually. So open door here. You can reverse the door if you wish by changing these over. You've got your condenser unit here, which you can pull out to clear out. And your filters in the door. And your filters in the door here. So we've got a 3-paddle drum. And that is your sensor, your moisture sensor. But there is only one moisture sensor. So, unfortunately, if your load doesn't actually land on it, or it lands with a dry part of the load, it may detect early and click off. Because that is attached to a band that goes all the way around the drum, and then there is little metal brushes that pick up from this metal band. It's not like the venter dryer where it picks it up from later on, from the airflow. I will say this though, this is a Hotpoint, right? Made by, or manufactured by Creeder at the time. But this is not Creeder's top of the range machine that they make. They actually make one for themselves that was even higher than this, that came with an easy iron function, a time delay function, and everything all built into the dial. But it was branded Creeder. Hotpoint barely got this sensor dryer one. So, we'll set this going. So they've dried absolutely perfectly. Take our filter out. Scrape our filter. Check our water tank. In fact, actually that's only about a third full. So we can put that back in. I want to give this out of 10 then. Well, it's the sensor drying is a little bit hit and miss, even though I've cleaned the band inside as well, etc. It seems to be that if you're one notch on there, it doesn't seem to dry completely dry. If you're one notch where we've just been, it's dried the towels absolutely perfectly, pretty much spot on, near enough. If anything, ever so slight dampness inside. And that's all because we're working on that one sensor. If there was a sensor using the airflow, it would have maybe been a better dryer. So there we go. What we're going to give this out of 10 now? Well, I'm still going to give it 8 out of 10. Yeah, you still got your timer, and this is still pretty accurate to a degree. It's not like you get damp all the time. So possibly use that, and you may need to run the dryer for 20 minutes or so afterwards. Up to you, but to be fair, you can take them out and within 20 minutes they're going to be aired out completely dry, so it's up to you. Right, that's my review. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment below what you like about the machine. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in another review. So, bye for now.